Hi guys, this is going to be a review of the E&L AK701B Tactical. First of all, I've changed the pistol grip to this contoured one. This is the original pistol grip. Kind of in a mag pull style. It's got kind of griffy parts on the little slits on the front and the back, and some almost like stippling little pattern on both the sides. It's quite a nice pistol grip, good size for your hand. But I like the finger grooves of this pistol grip, which is from Cyma. We're going to go over the construction of the gun. Everything on the gun is steel except for the pistol grip and the rail system. So steel being the stock, sling, receiver, dust cover, selector switch, even the trigger, mag release, actual charging handle, everything pretty much, except for the actual rail system and obviously the things on the rail system. The magazine that comes with it is also steel on the outside, obviously, inside's plastic. It is a really nice quality externally, mid-cap. Unfortunately the performance of it kind of lets down a bit. It's a bit like a D-Boys mag, where when the magazine's empty the follower doesn't go all the way to the top. So I've used this, the magazine has actually been empty, there's no more ammo in it, but there is one pellet just in there, stuck between the follower and the actual little catch that lets the BBs out. Meaning that you think the mag's full because you can still see a BB, but actually it's empty. So, to be honest, I wouldn't recommend getting more of these mags unless you just like the look of them, or you're going to change the inside. But the outside is really nice. Steel, really nice quality. Magazines. I use Cyma mid-caps, which are cheaper. You can get those for about £5 each, whereas the E&Ls can go for about 8 or 10. So a bit cheaper. Also they perform very good. The stock is folding. There is a button on the left side, you click and the stock folds, which is quite stiff, doesn't fold on its own. All the way down, then click onto the little button, release it, you pull back the little catch. Pull back. The catch is really loose, as you can see it's very movable, the catch, which is alright. It's just a bit easier to actually click in and release. The sling point on the back is obviously steel as well, but it's quite wobbly. As you can see, I've put 2 zip ties on just to hold it down, so it doesn't ping around. Also, I managed to scratch up the stock a bit from the sling point swiveling around when I was using it, which is a shame. Not sure you'll be able to see, but there's some markings there and there. So I've just zip tied it in place so it doesn't move. The mag release is also steel, and it's a bit wider than normal ones. Like a Cyma mag release is a bit thinner at the end, it's a bit wider, which is a bit better for actually releasing the magazine, obviously. Selector switch is obviously in safe at the moment. In the middle for full auto, and all the way to the bottom for semi. With the charging handle, it being steel, it doesn't make a very big noise, as you can hear, and if you release it you can access the hop-up chamber, which, as you can see by this red bar, is a new hop-up chamber from the old one, and I adjusted it for 0.25, so it's nearly half on. The dust cover is also steel. To remove it, you click the button on the back, like on all AKs, and it comes off. As you can see, I've put in a battery. It has silver plated wiring. There's a fuse down the front, which is a odd little type of blade fuse, and I've also wired it with Deans, but just to change it slightly. Because this is the Gen.2, it has the magazine spacer up here, which allows you to put in magazines a bit easier. And it's also quite helpful as it stops you from over inserting the mags and potentially breaking them. The steel of the body is quite thick and it's got a very nice finish on it. Smooth, not too shiny, but it is a bit. And it's really thick and strong. There's a rear sight, which is adjustable for elevation. You click the button on the side and you can adjust like that. However, you're probably putting a sight on, as it does have lots of rails, which I've put on some little rubber covers on some, as well as a thumb rest and angled foregrip. The flash hider, so the front sight, it looks like you can adjust it as well. You obviously have to twist it. But I didn't get a key to adjust it with the gun. Some people say you do, but I didn't get one. Obviously that's steel as well, and the flash hider also steel, counterclockwise thread like most airsoft guns, revealing the threading, and you can see the barrel is just before the end. So if you wanted to put on a smaller flash hider, you could. The gun is, obviously with the flash hider on, is 90 centimeters long, which is pretty long. And the barrel is obviously, I think it's a standard 455 millimeter. It might be slightly different, but I'm pretty sure that's how long it is. I've read some with it was 360, which is obviously wrong, but it's a pretty much standard AK length, AK47 length. The FPS on this, when I got it, was 335. Obviously it does have the quick change spring in the back, but I'm going to keep it at 335. It's a pretty good FPS. It doesn't come with a battery obviously, but I'm using the Electro River and Neutral stick batteries, which are 7.4 volt 1200 milliamps, and they fit really well. I'll just quickly show you semi and full auto. So obviously semi being all the way at the bottom. The trigger pull is also a lot shorter than most AKs. It's just a bit, look, just quite a bit shorter. Also, pretty good. Better than pretty much every other standard stock AK out of the box, which is nice. I'm going to go into the other side of the gun. As I haven't mentioned, but there's a side rail mount, although you probably won't use it, to be honest, because obviously you've got the rails at the front, and it only has one sling point, which is that one on the stock. So there's no other sling points unless you want to attach them through these holes on the rail system, but to be fair, you probably only need the one. The gun retails for about £300 to £400. I got mine from Gunfire PL in Poland. It was on sale, so I think I got it for, it was £190, which is a pretty good price. It's at the cost of a high-end Cymer, and it's much better than a high-end Cymer. So yeah, I've played one game with it so far. Me and my brother used it at Red One Airsoft. Only thing is, it's pretty heavy. It weighs, I think without the foregrip and obviously the ammo and sights and everything, it was 3.5 kilos. So once you've added sights and foregrips and everything, it's probably on its way to 4 kilos, which is, well, it's not actually that heavy, but if you're using it for an entire day, it definitely feels heavier, especially at the end of the day. The only problem I've had with it is some of my magazines not fitting, which I showed in a separate video, and it broke one of my magazines, unfortunately. Only other problem I've had is the stock, being that it is got a mark on it from the sling, and also very slightly not in the middle. Probably won't be able to tell from the video, but it's not actually straight. It's very slightly off to one side, and sometimes you can just hit it and it'll fold, which is Irritating, as you can see. That's the only time it's happened to me on accident, was when I was just putting it down. If you look with a different AK, there's a Cymer. When you whack it, it doesn't fold. So I'm not sure if that's the problem with my E&L in particular, or all of them. I doubt it's all of them, it's probably just my one. But that's a bit irritating. It's like when you stand it up, when it's on the stock, I feel like it's going to fold and fall over. Which is irritating, at least. When I was actually using it in-game, I was very happy with the performance. It had pretty good range. Rate of fire is pretty good on a 7.4 LiPo. I haven't used an 11.1 in it properly because the 11.1 LiPo I have is very slightly too fat and doesn't fit. But it performed pretty well, and I've shot it in my room, just kind of testing the rate of fire and stuff. Yeah, decent, good enough on a 7.4 LiPo. You probably don't need an 11.1. It's quicker than all my other stock guns on the same battery, so it's good. Doesn't really need upgrading until something breaks, and I doubt anything will break anytime soon. The only thing that might break will be a piston, but then they're pretty easy to fix, so if it does break, I'll probably put in high-speed gears and a different piston, obviously. But until then, I'm just going to keep it stock and see how long it goes.